Peyton is the daughter of Stephanie and Mark Lindsay. Peyton is kind, polite, and friendly to everyone. She supports her peers, is well organized, responsible, and hardworking. She always participates fully in class and in other things in which she is involved. She is motivated to do her best in everything she does. Peyton is involved in many activities here at AC, including softball, basketball, volleyball, and student council. We are proud to call Peyton an AC Central 9.
Congratulations.
That's reserved for school.
And then our senior student of the month for November is Bailey Dahmer. Bailey is the daughter of Deanna Johnson and Joey Johnson. Bailey is hardworking, helpful, and always willing to step in wherever she's needed. She genuinely wants to learn and puts the highest level of effort into all of her work. Bailey is described by her teachers as dependable and mature, most days. She asks questions and makes adjustments to meet expectations. Bailey is involved in both volleyball and softball, balancing her athletic commitments with active participation in multiple school clubs. We are proud to call Bailey an AC Central 9.
Good to go, unless you want to stick around here about the audit.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Bye, Kizzy.
Thanks for the chocolate.
Anytime. More.
All right. Next up is the FY25 audit presentation by Ms. Robin Malloy.
We didn't think you wanted to hear the HVAC.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it.
She had to put them in order for me too, so I didn't skip them. Yeah.
I'm Robin Malloy. I'm a partner with X Schaefer & Son. We just finished the audit with the district. We had a clean opinion. The only finding we had was due to the budget, and that was just due to some misclass expectations and revenue and expenditures. They were swapped, so that threw the budget off. But other than that, everything looked good. Didn't have any issues. Everyone was great.
Yes.
Everything's been submitted and approved quickly, so.
She perhaps said that was really stressful.
Good job.
All right. Nobody has any further questions? Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
And I emailed you guys an electronic copy. We will put one on the website. You know, there's hard copies right there on my desk.
Light reading.
Okay, next up is Mr. Handy to fill us in on the bids for the HVAC.
You want to get Steven on the phone? You want to wait? You want to? Steven's our engineer, and he's available to answer any questions. I can kind of make a presentation, and then we can get him on the phone if we need to answer. Or I can get him on the phone now.
Whatever your professional opinion is.
Let's
I say
start.
call them if you
Yeah.
can't answer the question.
Call them if you
Okay. All right. Okay. We'll do that. Yeah. Maybe this will be as short as her presentation is, and we'll be out here.
We can all vote right now. I'm just kidding.
We took bids last Friday on the HVAC system replacement. We had three bidders. Midwest Construction and Consulting was the low bidder at $1,612,000 even. The other two bidders were Henson Robinson Company and John Co. Henson Robinson is an HVAC contractor who bid this as a general. The other two are general contractors who bid as a general with a HVAC contractor as a sub. The bids, I think you've got the bid tab in front of you or shared. All three bids, again, we kind of try to look at the grouping of those. Again, 1612 was the low bid. The next bid was 1641. Good tight numbers, then kind of jumped up after that to 1718. So Like to always see that. Again, we always kind of get worried if we've got numbers all over the place that
The low one's Midwest.
we get a little bit worried if they're all over the place that things weren't clear. But since we've got good tight numbers, we feel like that scope of the work was clear. And Midwest Construction Consulting is out of Girard, small general contractor. He's been around. He used to work for Evans Construction in Springfield. Then he left and worked for another general contractor, and then kind of started his own with. He's got 2 sons that work with him. Done a lot of work for Springfield School District. We've got a project. Just finished up a project I did anyway last summer with him. Completed the project. I have a project right now in Verdon that he's completing. So capable of doing the work. There's not a lot of basically his skills are going to be. 75% of this work is going to be HVAC. My understanding is that E.L. Pruitt is the only other mechanical contractor that submitted a bid. Henson Robinson did not submit their bid to the other 2 generals because they were basically bidding as themselves. So E.L. Pruitt was the only HVAC contractor that submitted to the 2 GCs. So my understanding is that E.L. Pruitt would be their subcontractor. And again, both E.L. Pruitt and Henson Robinson, I kind of figured would be about the only 2 local ones that would submit a bid or capable large enough to do this. Doyle, I know, Ed Doyle had picked up plans. He and I talked a little bit large for him. Prairie State's the other one. They did the last HVAC project. Still a little bit probably big for them. I think they're kind of getting to the point where he's slowing down a little bit as far as the work that he's doing too. So wasn't surprised that they did not get it either.
So the 1.6, is that just the system itself, or is that the system in the construction that we had talked about?
Construction, that's basically
Okay.
all in. So it's ceilings, taking ceilings down, putting new ceilings back up, lighting. We did find that, there were some light fixtures that were LED. Those we're basically putting back up. But any of the old fluorescent fixtures that were coming down, we basically put new fixtures back in. So it's basically all in. The other thing too that you'll see in there is we always try to do an allowance. So there's $50,000 in there that we basically use for undiscovered conditions. So again, we're working in a 100-plus-year-old building. We know we're going to come across things, again, open up ceilings, find things that surprise us, things that need to be fixed. As we do that, we'll kind of draw from that. So that's kind of what I call like bank of money. So we don't have to come to you every time that we come across something and say, hey, we ran into this. Here's another $2,000 we need to do. So basically that $50,000 is kind of baked in. We kind of make them be accountable for it. So anything that we do, again, get a proposal from them, track it. But basically that's kind of used as contingency, basically, so that as we come across things, we can kind of use that. If we get to the end of the project and that's not used, then we will change order that back. So again, it's just some money that we typically set aside in there so that it's some cushion so that we can take care of things that we come across. So,
and this is to do kind of all of the old high school, like the library, the art room, all of that will be replaced.
correct. Everything down in the
Rooms, the
Yep.
whole hallway, the
The front hallway and then the library on
1920
upstairs.
edition.
Okay.
Upstairs, we're not using upstairs, so it's not like we're not going to condition that. Like, I mean, you get heat up there and everything now, but you're not using that upstairs, all that storage and big old classrooms. We're not conditioning that. So basically, this system there will be a ground mount unit, a large unit that sits in the corner out there by the ag shop. And then it basically gets ducted inside the building, and then we kind of run ductwork up above in that kind of that second floor, that attic area. And then there's boilers down in the boiler room. So the way we get individual control of classrooms, there's a unit called a VAB, which kind of reheats and cools each area. So you will have good temperature control on all the classrooms. So. Higher than what we expected, higher than probably what you expected.
Oh yeah, by
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
A lot. Yes.
like 300,000-400,000.
I just, yeah, it's I don't know. we're surprised anymore. I mean, things just keep getting more and more expensive. I wish we had answers. I wish I had. And I again talked to Stephen prior to this, just to kind of after we took bids. I just don't know if there's anything that we could cut out. It'd be nice if we could say, well, you could cut this out and save you X amount of dollars. There's just, I don't know, it is what it is. We still feel like it's a good system. We still feel like that it's probably the best system as far as most economical and giving you the most control down there in that area.
Can it be done in stages? Instead of doing all of it?
No. I mean, not without, you'd have to go back and rebid it. Because basically that would be a too large of a change to the documents to do that. We basically have one, you could do a smaller, I don't know. I don't know where you draw the line, like what you would do and what you wouldn't do.
Okay.
Because the one unit that's gonna be outside,
It's basically a big rooftop unit is what it is. I mean, it ends up being a very large rooftop unit that's got gas heat to it. So it's got a heating coil, it's got a cooling coil. So it basically tempers everything. I mean, it's one unit that basically sends everything inside, and then the boilers are basically to run those VAVs that basically, again, if you need adjustment of the heating and the cooling, that's kind of what the other units do. The boilers and the VAV units give you kind of your temperature control.
So it's forced air from the outside unit to the
Correct. Yeah. But the VAVs are what kind of give you, again, if you've got that classroom over there needs, again, there's a certain set temperature that you put that depending on the year. But, again, if this room ends up being a little bit cooler and you need more heat, then that VAV basically will give you a little bit more heat to boost that up when that side of the building may not need it. So, but yeah, it's one unit basically that, and a lot of it is, I mean, again, we've got every wall in that building is masonry, 12-inch thick masonry walls. So every duct that goes through, we have run a lot of stuff up above in the attic. Every wall that we have to pass duct through, you got to cut out 12 inches of masonry. We've got to kind of put some support in there to kind of do that. It's not like we're going through drywall and wood studs or metal studs or anything like that. It's just tough working in a 1920 building.
Kevin, I understand there's probably a manufacturer's warranty on the equipment, but above and beyond that, like the work done on it, do they offer some sort of warranty?
So typically the I don't know what the equipment warranty is, but there's usually like a 1-year warranty on the whatever they do.
Craftsmanship.
Yeah, correct. And then beyond that, there's a warranty on the equipment. Not sure what that is. I can check and answer back.
Yeah, that'd be
to you.
yes, please.
Is it feasible to do anything with the classrooms that are on the second floor? I mean, I wasn't included in that bid pack.
So I've always, the questions come up about using those. I just don't I mean, if you ever go up there and try to think about in a fire, getting people out of there, it's not, egress out of that space is not good. Your stairs aren't good.
I thought we were told at one point we couldn't use them because of that reason.
you have
You
to
could or
have,
couldn't.
You could
we
not
have to
because
have
of
a
that
list.
reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Elevator.
That's when you use the first
I
floor.
just, it would take a lot of work to get to the point where, because if you walk up there, you're supposed to have good, clear corridors. You don't really have that. Codes have changed a lot since that was done. I don't even know how long ago that was done.
Well, I know one classroom you have to walk through another to get to, even it doesn't have its own entrance at all.
Correct, yeah. And so that's what you don't want is have to, in a fire, I've got to leave this classroom, I got to go to another classroom before I even get to a stair or get to a corridor. Corridors aren't wide enough. It's just, it's not anything that, it would take a lot of work to use that, to be able to use that second floor.
Storage it is.
What time frame are we talking here?
So we basically put in here that they need to be complete by August
7th at 7.
7th. Okay. And so the contractor asked, I feel like they can be done. I mean, we're doing this now so that they can order material so that when summer hits, they can we're not waiting on rooftop units, we're not waiting on equipment. So that's kind of why we're bidding this out now. Still feel confident. I think they do too, that they can meet that schedule. We also talked we had a pre-construction or pre-bid meeting, and I basically told them, I said, there's a good possibility that we can jumpstart some things. So again, work with the school. So if they need to get in that boiler room where there's not kids and start running, putting a boiler in or doing some of that stuff, it's some of that second floor area that's not occupied, if they need to get up there and run some duct work. So I think there's a lot of things that we can do that will help them out so that they're not so crunched once, from June 1st or whenever school lets out until August 7th, that everything's not so crunched and so tight. So I think that.
And we also talked about having to hire some extra summer help. Every single room everything will have to be out of it.
You have to think like all those ceilings are going to have to come down basically to get, pretty much every classroom's going to get ductwork put up, old stuff taken out, old equipment, all your old.
The closets, the storage closets, when we walked through, that's all I was thinking about was how long it was going to take to.
We need to get like a storage container or something to
We talked about that.
classroom and all that stuff into
It'd
it.
be really great service
talked about
hours
that.
for kids.
And there might be some, again, we've kind of prepared you for everything. Again, once we get a contract on board, it'll be kind of good to walk through and they basically say, like they say, don't need in that closet, or I don't need this, or we could, kind of pull stuff together. We can work with them, but a good portion of that is going to be done.
Most of the ceilings, suspended ceilings.
Yes, except the ag classroom is not. The ag classroom has a drywall and they got the loft up above. There is everything else does, and then there's another. So all of them that do have suspended ceilings, usually there's a plaster ceiling up above that. So take the old ceiling down, there's going to be a plaster ceiling that's up above it. That we are leaving for the most part. There's one actually. The art room has two. So the art room has plaster ceiling, and then there was drop for another reason. Some reason there was another ceiling down below it, and then the drop ceiling. We're actually taking out one of your ceilings, the second plaster ceiling in there, just to get some more ductwork in there. But for the most part, most of them are some of the corridor outside the science classroom. Like as you walk from into that wing going west, that ceiling is plaster. Going down to the north by the library, that's actually plaster. So the corridor is kind of half and half. Those we've tried to avoid. So again, trying to keep from having to tear every ceiling out of there. We kind of feel like we can leave those. Some of those, pretty much the corridor ceilings, we are going to leave and get creative on running some ductwork. The other ceiling that's kind of down by the ag classroom, we've got a couple spots where the ductwork is going to pass up above that instead of like running the entire length. And so we basically have said, well, let's not take the whole ceiling out. Let's just take out what you need to get the ductwork through there, and then we'll put it back up. So we kind of try to get creative on a little bit of that and not tear everything out. So.
And then going back with suspended.
Correct. Yeah, and anytime that we take a whole ceiling out, we're just putting new ceiling back in. It just doesn't make sense to salvage and try to put back up. And then again, same thing with lights. If they're old, the older light fixtures, and talked about that. By the time that we try to put one back up and it doesn't work, then you got electrical contractor going, sorry, I don't know what to do to get this fixed. And again, a lot of them are fluorescent, so it just makes sense to go ahead and back up with LED fixtures.
Are there any things that you saw on like your bidding process that I might have mentioned to it or alluded to it a little bit? And like, I know that 1.6 is a lot, but areas where you could have said, well, if we've come this far, we go a little bit more. Any areas like that, in your professional opinion, you saw that would be, is it worth looking into?
No, every space, even the ag shop, and we're not doing air conditioning in the ag shop or the wood shop. We are replacing those. Those are electric heaters up there. We're replacing those with gas. It's going to be a lot more energy efficient to do that. So, even there. Again, that's maybe an item that we can look to cut out and just keep those electric heaters up there. But again, you're paying a huge amount of money. Electric costs are these days. So we just feel like there's a good payback on those. But no, I don't think that there's anything that we came across as far as, what we were tasked with was, trying to get an HVAC system in there that's going to suit you, suit you well and be comfortable for the students, provide fresh air. That's the other thing too, is you really don't have fresh air in all those classrooms. It's basically just recirculating that air. So, not that I can think of.
Is there going to be a cost difference if we, because you said you're changing those to gas, if we leave those electric, if we're going to go solar? Okay.
I mean, you're still going to use the same amount of electricity.
Okay.
But since you're going to be generating that with solar, I mean, it's something we can look at.
Okay.
Is going back now that you know that you're going to do a solar field. We can look at what it would take. I'd have to again check with engineers and check to see what that cost would be. That's something I feel like we could deduct out of there via a change order if you wanted to look at that. I think you're going to find it's probably not a huge cost, but
I mean, you're looking
we
at
can still
1.6,
identify it.
probably not, but
Yeah, we can still identify it. Sure.
Does anybody have any other questions? Okay. Spot on, Kevin.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, moving forward to the nightlights. Accolades from the board.
yes, yeah.
Yes.
Have the floor.
Can I start?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So over the weekend, it was school board member appreciation day.
Oh yes,
So
it
we
was.
would like to thank you for your service and dedication to our students and staff. We have a little gift, and I would like to take a picture.
Oh gosh.
You need an informative
I
picture.
knew that was coming.
I didn't know it was coming to my mind in my hair.
So maybe if you guys could come behind.
That's why she didn't tell you.
Yeah.
I'm excited just before.
That's why we're gonna look super professional.
Come on, Debbie.
Where are we going?
Okay.
I'll let them
You
in.
just get in there and I'm gonna get the picture.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You're all right.
Really lower down.
Unless I like this angle.
She's good.
Ready? 1, 2. Yeah.
Tell she's got teenage girls at the type of
Yep.
Whatever.
That's a good profile, right?
Yeah.
Right.
No double chins.
I'm pretty good.
Maybe we were gonna get trail mix.
Oh, it's in there.
Let's see.
One more. Oh, yeah. And then Daniel needs one.
Oh, okay.
New binder.
That's a good thing.
Thank you.
This would come
you.
in really handy this weekend.
That was very efficient.
We had business parties or get one.
Like Christmas.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Here, I'll take your card.
Well, thank you, man.
Yeah.
Take up here now.
Man, credit card stuff and everything.
Now with Apple
Sure.
Pay, you put your driver's license in your wallet. You can use it to carry your purse.
Couldn't have
Fix
that.
that.
I'm not doing that.
They didn't have that money.
Sorry.
Fancy schmancy.
That's a really good job.
I need one.
No, it's not quite.
Not big enough for a laptop.
I need this.
So Deb likes it, but you could have.
Me. You can put just this month's meeting
There's
in that.
nothing big enough for you.
Have you seen Jennifer's?
I know, I haven't been bringing it. I have it at home on the
Get
shelf.
mine.
Whatever the biggest, thickest binder
I'm
is.
supposed
I
to
like my
say,
truck to be basketball.
Okay.
We were thinking, you know, like meetings and committees.
I'll just keep it. I don't evidently I like
Oh my
it.
God, I take with
Here's what's in
It's pretty good.
I would say she's at the good
It's
stuff in
just
there, clearly.
Okay, Deb, your turn.
My turn. FFA, Veterans Day breakfast, which leads to the Veterans Day service. Actually, I didn't make it this year because I was under the weather. We got third in section 14 agronomy contest. Good. Coon hunts coming up. I'm still amazed at how popular it is. And it is.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, evidently it is.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing with the action
Oh, yeah.
side with all those
It's a little
You know what we
Gross.
kind of.
You know what we used to
It's all right.
do? Big D had a pest contest.
Yep.
Do you remember
No,
that?
I
yeah.
do. Yeah. No.
You're bringing body parts of animals in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Points.
Oh yeah. Claws and everything.
Heads and tails.
I'm disgusted. Okay, continue.
Yeah, it was
Please
good.
continue with your accolades of the board.
Football did make playoffs.
Yeah.
It was a little. It was an unusual first round. How's that? Let's just put it at
Well,
that.
Football made national news.
Yeah. Right.
So the,
It's too bad.
So they
kids-
scored
the
2
kid-
touchdowns, right?
the kids can say that it made Barstool Sports.
Yeah.
There you
Mm-hmm.
So
go. Yeah. That was too
It
bad.
wasn't really their fault.
No, it wasn't. But
Right.
It's just.
but it was still fun.
Unfortunate
regardless.
that.
It was just too bad.
Mhm.
It was too bad that made the big news.
Yeah.
True.
Okay.
True.
Volleyball's done, but varsity did get fifth at Waverly tournament, and the JV team was tournament champs at Lincolnwood. Of course, they're done and over with. Oh yeah,
High school.
high school. Yeah, junior high
Junior
just
high
started.
started, yeah.
Junior high just
In a
started.
couple weeks, I think.
Girls and boys cross country made sectionals. Cade was sixth at Peoria Heights Invite, and he made state.
Nice.
Ran really well, better than he had. And if you look, you can see that he had 6 individual meet wins. Of course, he was singing in our conference this year. He's been a state qualifier twice.
Mhm.
He's been 13th. He's 13th fastest kid, boy, in Porta's cross country. That's kind of impressive. And he's the fastest AC kid we've had in boys.
Like in years, is that what you mean?
No,
Like
Never,
ever?
ever.
Okay.
Since the inception.
period. Yeah,
Okay.
period.
And he
That's
did
awesome.
run. And he did run a PR in state this year.
Yes, he did.
Mhm.
He improved.
If you talk to him though, it still wasn't.
Well, I'm
it wasn't
sure it wasn't.
what he
I'm
wanted.
sure it wasn't.
But he was. I put in there in my highlight that he was in the top 17
I
for the
saw
first
that.
2 miles,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and that was something like he was very proud of that,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and he did awesome.
Yeah, he did. And when you consider the improvement he's made since he was a freshman.
Exactly.
I mean, oh my gosh. So really kudos to him. Middle school had first in choral reading contest.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So fun to watch.
Yeah.
It was so
They
cute.
did really good.
Yeah.
They're really fun in middle school. They're really fun.
They did forget like a little piece, I think, is what Jackie was telling me, but they were still at the right time. Like, and you couldn't even tell if they missed it.
And that's
So,
They like
like,
pause and you could tell they were like, but then someone would start saying something, they would get right back
Yeah.
into
That's
it.
what
you're
Yeah.
supposed to
Yeah.
that's the key. Bella and Max, Illinois State Scholars,
Mhm.
2 of them, and Bella's DAR winner. The blood drive went over pretty well, and they got money for it and donated it to Cass County Food Pantry. That's nice. Fall play was Friday.
It was very nice. It was real cute.
It was, and I have to tell you, I watched it Thursday night, and at least 3 scenes they completely changed from Thursday night
Yep.
to Friday
Oh,
night.
that's funny.
I mean, they just a lot of it was
Yeah.
impromptu, and
Awesome.
yep, it was very, very funny. It was good.
And kudos to those kids because like there was some of those kids had multiple parts.
Oh, almost
Like,
all of them
Everybody,
were in
yeah.
every single
lines,
scene,
So yeah,
pretty much.
kudos to them for that.
Yeah.
You're saying you couldn't do it now?
No, I couldn't.
They did a preview at the elementary,
Mhm.
and I was sitting by some elementary girls. They were just laughing so
Mhm.
hard.
It really was really funny. I mean, and an accurate depiction of the joys.
Joys.
Of the holidays?
Yeah.
This is like as an adult.
Yeah.
All those really fun parts of Christmas. It was good.
Okay, music. ILMEA, All District. Max made choir. Eli Lynn, junior choir. Hayden Jennings, senior band. Zach Dugay, junior band. Max, of course, vocal jazz ensemble. That boy is talented, just
Mhm.
flat out talented,
Mm-hmm.
and good for him. I think, though, the biggest thing is our ISB designations.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. That's cool. Commendable, junior high. Same for high school, and we just missed.
By less than 6 points.
We were even closer than last year with
Yes.
being exemplary at the high school.
Yeah. So
We have a
that
plan.
is,
We have a plan.
that is,
Have a goal.
well, that's what we've been striving for, is to constantly
Mhm.
improve, and it's getting there.
Yep.
And we're gonna give the full presentation on the school report card next month.
Okay.
I've talked with Curtis, and because we had
Was
such
that
a long
things?
agenda, we're
Yeah.
pushing it off.
Anyhow, I think that's all I have. I'm sure there's more.
You nailed it.
I really do.
Anna, you got anything?
She nailed it.
Okay.
Good job.
All right, moving on to the administrative and community reports.
I don't remember anything, so I don't know.
And just to update on elementary, remember Deb is leaving us for a little bit. Rita Carney is going to do it while she's in Florida, or I would like to be.
I met her in the office the other day. She's very nice.
She is super nice. I've met with her. She shadowed Deb 3 or 4 times, I believe, already. I think it'll be
Yeah.
Look at all this being done around the school. It's nice to see. There's no John listed on there.
Oh, he's here. He can get the.
I know. I introduced myself over in the office today.
I just wanted to add, like homecoming week, December 1st through the 6th, or 5th technically, but the 6th is the actual homecoming dance. Coordination will be at 7:30. The homecoming game will be the boys basketball game on Friday night on the 5th. So that'll be good.
That Beerstown?
I can't remember.
I mean, I've heard they hired a famous DJ, but
Well, I don't
Just a
know about
rumor.
famous, but
And I believe
Infamous.
isn't there like a class that's doing some sort of fundraiser for the boys game? I forget what it is because there's one that week and then the next week too.
We've got, there's a couple.
post
Post prom's doing
Some
the
dinner
next
isn't it?
week. Is that
I
right?
think it's the ninth.
Next
Well, just-
Tuesday,
It's
the
the
Tuesday
beer-
after.
Just
Yes,
to let
two-
everybody know, like to support or whatever. So
For sure.
So I do know Post Prom is doing December 9th, the Beerstown game. It's here. It's a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Because I'm cooking.
okay, so definitely show up that night.
Score, right?
Steaks, thanks.
Pork steaks, well, or chocolate.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Pork steak is
Pork
hard to
steak
beat.
is so good.
No, they're actually pork chops, I believe. So.
I did want to add to, because we do have the middle school, high school Christmas concert on December 8th.
Oh yeah.
And then also that week, I ran out of room and it kept bunching down. Ames web testing and map testing will be done the same week. We did that in the fall. It worked out. We can get it done a lot quicker. Like as the kids finish it, just the next day they go into it. It worked fine. Like I was a little nervous to try it. It worked for the kids. It's a lot less days missed teaching for the teachers. So I'd rather get them as many days as I can.
Elementary concert will be that Thursday, which I think is the 11th at 6:30 in Canterville. Just for anybody that wants to go to that.
Good times.
I'll be there, so that's
Can you take notes for us, please?
no. I'll take some
We will
pictures,
do some
videos, yeah.
Okay, that'd be great.
For those that can't make it.
Dustin, I had just one question for you about the ebooks
Yeah.
there. Is that something we've already been doing, or is that just kind of adding a new,
For what?
the ebooks on your report?
Oh, it is.
Mhm. The library,
The library was using, I think, Boundless, and this is like I think an addition onto Boundless.
Okay.
So, but it's going to add on to the online where they can get in, check books out, request books from other libraries and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's something we've kind of already been doing. It's just like an additional thing. So we're doing. I don't think it costs us anything. It's through the like library program.
Okay. Okay.
So
I see.
Yeah.
Thank you.
no problem.
All right.
You got something?
If anybody hasn't spoken with Mr. Shaner over here, he is our Director of Buildings and Grounds.
Which one of you report?
Or, huh?
Does he want to give it?
Yeah.
He's here. Would you like to give your report?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Might as well.
I got a few things.
Okay, well, you're here. Well, thank you for being here.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yes, seriously.
There was some old broken handrails in Chandlerville. Concrete was, you couldn't, even if you fixed them, you couldn't anchor it to anything because they're just all busted up. So we poured a nice new pad there. We're in the process of getting the handrails fixed. We got the signs from Lomolino for the main office, sign out front. There was a sewer issue in Chandlerville.
What was that?
Old sewer, wasn't it? Like where the old sewer was on the playground?
So there was It's kind of a conglomeration of issues. The short answer is the lift pumps. The breaker was blowing on that, so that's what wouldn't let you get rid of anything, and then it also caused a sinkhole, but we got all that swept up, taken care of. We got the 3-year asbestos inspection completed. We've got a guy coming to fix a couple of exit signs in Chandlerville. I think we had 2 or 3 maybe that need done. Got some new doorknobs and had them keyed the same as what Chandlerville wanted. So that's it for Chandlerville.
So time out for a second. So the sewer, is that like because of the new system, or that is just like the old thing? Because I mean, we spent a lot of money on the new one last year.
The power got shut off.
Okay.
So there's, it fills the tank.
Yep.
Well, it tripped the breaker. And so then the pump couldn't run. And so it couldn't remove the waste. So then it backed up.
Okay, so it wasn't an actual problem, it was just a simple thing that made it stop.
It was very small.
Okay, I got you.
We did reroute
And it
that
could have
pipe
been
too,
bigger,
Curtis.
but he got
That
out
was
there and
kinda
worked all
chewed
day
up
and
and
dug
I think
up.
that's where the sand was going, so we rerouted it.
Oh, okay.
I was
Yeah, there was a sinkhole that formed and
Got taken care of. So that was
be rerouted.
Chandlerville. Ashland had a guy patch the ag shop roof there in the direction corner that is. It was leaking pretty good.
On the northwest, correct?
Yes, they patched it and they were. I've not heard back from them, but they did get up there and do kind of I don't know if it's just that section, but I think they walked across the whole roof and just kind of gave it a visual inspection to kind of follow up on. Had some bathroom stall doors I hung up. On your guys' list, it said get caster wheels on the welding table. Got them some ordered. I think they got on. Doyle's came, put a new seal on the walk-in cooler. It was bad. Also got 3-year inspection done for Ashland. Hung a couple new AED boxes. There was also some outlets out by the bus barn and the greenhouse. So we got them all snuck in. So did a little
Thank you.
bit.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, awesome, thank you.
Thanks for all your work.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And you don't have to stay if you don't want to either.
No, but I'm gonna ask questions anyhow. Yeah, so, you've been here just for a little bit. And how do you like it, and are you getting anything you need? Having any issues?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm getting along with everything. I use Amy quite a bit for help. She's pretty knowledgeable and helps me.
Okay.
Same with Nance or wherever he went. We're both
You had to go announce for the rest of them.
pretty good
Yeah.
models to look up to, but other than that, staff and everybody, get along with everybody's fine. So,
You like the job?
some days.
That's a good honest answer.
I'm okay with that.
It's a pretty, I enjoy it. It's a fun job. Something different every day.
That's true.
You have the tools and everything you need though in order to do your daily duties or whatever.
Are we getting there?
Or are we getting there?
We're working on that.
It's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress.
Okay.
I got enough now to do most of the stuff around the
Okay,
store.
okay,
Okay.
that's important.
Have you been
Okay.
asked to put a list together, like a wish list of things you want? I mean,
We kind of get some power tools back, really. That's. I think I've got everything. We really.
Okay.
That's really about it. There's nothing. I mean, I bought a wrench set just so I don't have to go steal from the ag shop 24/7, like $30, just to keep.
yeah, I mean, little things like that. I mean, don't hesitate to request that. I mean, I'm sure there's a allowance he's got to spend, whatever you need.
Well, we'd also discussed bringing all the tools in and inventory in
Yeah, it
them
needs to be
too.
done.
Yes.
Yeah, so that we can,
I am going to work on too. I guess it wasn't on here yet. I think we're going to work on getting a spreadsheet put together to start getting all the filters and like kind of a maintenance checklist. Looks like it's never been done. So get that good.
Love that. Love a
Yes.
spreadsheet.
It might not be in the spreadsheet form. It might be a piece of paper.
But it's a list.
start
It'll
somewhere.
be a list.
That's all right.
That's okay. It's better than nothing.
That's
I
all
taught him
right.
how to access his Google Calendar the other day, so we're baby stuff.
We're getting there.
Oh gosh.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, John. All right. Yes, sir.
That's all right.
Well, how about this?
Okay,
Just for doing it.
There you go. Someone's supposed to be here taking notes.
committees, we don't really have anything to necessarily report on that right now. Moving on to doctor's office.
So as far as job post, well, okay, actually, let me back up. So I have August and September. And this is the annual fund comparison from last year at this time to this year at this time, the net difference. What we estimated in the first budget, and then what we've done so far. I have October halfway completed, so caught up after a little bit.
I don't want to do that either.
And just while we have like the audit on our mind, if you look at the summary page where she has the funds all at their exact ending balance at the end of the fiscal year, when I do the amended budget, I will use those numbers. So typically superintendents just use the treasurer's report, but that doesn't take into account your prepaid, like money that you can't touch because it's prepaid for insurance or prepaid for
Your restricted funds.
liabilities. I wanted to mention that, and then also I'll be able to fix, so the finding, I think I put that in the email too, but it was due to the expenditures in two accounts being accidentally coded as revenues instead of expenditures.
So the dollar amount doesn't change, it's just reported in two different spots. Just swapped. Easy to have.
It's easy to fix too.
That's why they're auditors.
Absolutely. Only doing.
It is very stressful, the audit, but they are awesome to work with.
They really are.
I mean, they don't, you can ask any question you want and they do not make you feel like.
We have called her
You're an
since
idiot or-
probably 15 times just because we want to do better, and
Mhm.
anytime we have a question, she answers the phone. She doesn't charge us by the hour.
Mhm. Right.
Yeah,
She's
they're
really good.
really great. But they also know the more organized that we are and the more they help,
Mhm.
you know, especially with the new treasurer, new bookkeeper,
Right.
them understand what they need, the easier the next time they come, the easier it is.
Mhm.
I'll do the tax levy stuff under work on the agenda. Couple other things, so job openings after this board meeting, for non-certified, we'll just have substitutes still posted. For certified, we will still have the elementary principal posted, however, I do have a verbal offer and acceptance pending reference checks. And then the other positions that are posted are filled with retirees, so we have to keep those posted. And then the high school science teacher, we would love to find.
Me too.
And I did have a question, so physics is typically taught like every other year because it's usually juniors and seniors, a junior-senior class. This year there was only one request for chemistry. Last year they both were taught. So kind of what we did with that position is people that could teach the class. So like a couple science classes are like, we don't have a sub filling that position right now. There's nobody filling it. But like a sub, or not a sub, ag can teach some science classes. Last year physics was taught by a math teacher and chemistry was taught by a certified science teacher. So that's kind of what we're doing with that position and hopes to still fill it. So that is that. A couple things I wanted to highlight. I've been working a lot with Chloe, just because I do have a background in social work and counseling, and I also have 12 years of working as an administrator with a counseling team, but a counselor, social worker, and she is brand new first year. So we wrote a grant together for the Tracy Foundation. I finished it last Saturday. And then I also worked with her, and we partnered with Catholic Charities. We did completely organize the food drive boxes that we did on Halloween. It was probably 88 boxes. I have it written down. 88 boxes between Chandlerville and Ashland. It was open to the community, not just school district families. So we felt like that was a pretty good turnout and request. And and then we have available, it was around 100 Thanksgiving boxes. So what we did was we targeted our free and reduced families. So we sent an email out. And so if you know of any families, please encourage them to check their email. It's to a Google form. It's super quick. We just need to know if they want it, if they want it delivered, if they can pick it up. The pickup hours are on there. And then we have to pick up the boxes in Springfield on Monday. Also, if any of you guys are available to help deliver, that would be fantastic. I know Jonathan has offered to get a larger enclosed trailer if we do actually have 100. And it is like a frozen turkey, like it's a nice box.
Awesome.
So we figured we'd start with free and reduced and then open it up to others after. There is no income requirement for Catholic Charities. So
What day are you?
Monday.
Monday. Yeah. So what time are you gonna pick up on Monday?
9 o'clock.
In the morning. Okay. Let me know if you need help because I'll already be there.
Okay.
I can help shuffle stuff over if needed.
Yeah, they said they'll have volunteers on site starting at 9, so we thought we would get there right at 9, and we're hoping between, my vehicle, because I can lay all the seats down, Nancy's, and Jonathan with the trailer, we can get it.
Okay.
It is, so when we did the first distribution, it was a half day, so we were able to utilize some staff that weren't in the data meetings that were going on. But this time it's literally me, Nancy, Deanna, Jonathan. So if anybody has any couple hours free, that would be great.
When are you gonna know when you're free and reduced and then you go to the next one?
So Nancy was going to send out a text, hopefully tomorrow, because I just feel like people respond better if they click on a link in a text. I checked this morning, and we only had 12. We sent out 100. We only had 12 responses so far. Via
But
email.
that was email though.
I think there's 14 now, but that's it. Yeah, not much more.
Right. Yeah, we need to send out the text for sure.
And then Tracy Foundation, the high school was awarded a $5,000 the PD grant. So every year, middle school, high school, elementary, in the district, which I didn't know, but I got it. So the district also was awarded $5,000 that we're going to use toward the AAA conference.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So 3 other grants have been submitted and are pending. And
That'll be
then,
good since we don't have Title II funds for that anymore.
yes. And you can apply every calendar year. So,
So you could overlap fiscal years, actually.
yes.
Yep.
Time block training was held. We're in the process of setting up every hourly employee. Nancy and Deanna are currently piloting it right now. On the next payroll will be the first upload to payroll where we have 2 employees using it.
How's it going?
It's working fine. I think one of the first days we had some internet issues, so we were having trouble logging in. But other than that, we haven't had any issues.
It's easy, like user friendly.
Yes.
Okay.
It's really, you just put 3 numbers, push enter, and that's it. That's all you would have to do. When you clock out, same thing.
Okay.
It's really simple. There's nothing to it.
Okay, and that'll help a lot.
Yeah.
So we met with Dustin, so he knows that the computers will be set up, in both main offices, bus barn. They'll use you'll use
Yes.
yours.
We cannot, it will not work on any other device at all. Like I
Have to
tried
be
it on
on
my
our
cell phone, it
server.
will not work.
Okay.
You have to
Same
be,
thing with Nancy, we both tried it
Internet.
individually and it will not work on anything else other than the school IP address.
That's good.
And the bus
that's,
barn.
that's good.
And the bus barn, yes.
I like-
Did you say your own
Absolutely.
code or they give it to you?
Everybody has their own employee number
Yeah.
and it's like a three,
It's
two
to
or
say whatever
three,
that is.
yes.
Yes.
That's all it is, like mine's 3 numbers. So.
Mhm.
So you enter your ID and then clock in.
Yeah, push enter, that's it. 864 enter, you're good. And then whenever you clock out for lunch.
Well, we know her ID number.
Dustin will need to
You
change.
guys gonna put me on there for some extra hours? Go ahead.
No, we're gonna clock you out.
No. All right, then. I guess I'll go.
We're such a good group. Just all of us.
And then as far as FOIA report, my best friend, Mr. Owen Wang, I responded to him because it was,
Oh, Keith.
Is he just bored?
I think
Yes.
he's an AI person.
I think that's just its
Um,
is to do this.
But it was general. It didn't have a school year, or any information. So that was my response, and I.
Does he ever respond to the question? Okay, I was gonna say.
No.
She
So
always
So
asks
it's probably
questions
an
back.
AI
Probably,
person,
yeah.
since they can't respond.
And then the other one was just.
Have you
I mean,
tried
we already
finding him
have
on
that, so
Facebook,
that's
person?
pretty quick.
Have you ever tried finding him on Facebook?
No.
So that was full title, position, work email, work location. What his staff was.
That's it.
Great time.
Okay.
Thank you so much for that.
Do I have a motion to enter into closed session as permitted by the Open Meetings Act for the purpose of discussing adjournment? I'm sorry, the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the district or legal counsel for the District 5 ILCS 120/2C1 as amended by PA 93-0057 and student disciplinary cases 5 ILCS 120/2C9. Chris is first. Daniel second. Roll call, please.
Curtis,
Yes.
Jennifer,
Yes.
Deb,
Yep.
Brian,
Yep.
Kara, yes.
Okay. Tell me when, Dustin.
All right, we're good.
All right. Do I have a motion to approve consent agenda items, which include bills payable totaling $290,861.47? Daniel first.
Excuse me.
Brian second. We can get it. Well, Chris has left us.
Yeah.
No, the yellow button.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let
Not
him.
gonna do it.
Oh, that'll also include
It's my ibuprofen.
okay.
Okay. Then I won't get it to you.
Okay, 290,093.
Your foot? Oh, your throat. Oh, foot?
No kidding.
I noticed it one time before I took it. You know, kind of having a hard time. Whatever, just like tight. A couple days past, whenever I had it. This has been a couple years ago. Just like I had a backache. I took a couple ibuprofen. It got worse. I called Dimitri naturally and told him what else. You probably don't want to take any more of that.
Right.
You
That's
can take
crazy.
something else instead.
Tylenol.
Tylenol will do it.
Mhm.
Isn't it funny?
This, real quick,
She
on personal report, the transfer of Callie, this is to.
Well,
Chevy.
sooner or later, I guess.
Like we talked
Oh,
about?
shit.
No, she's just going straight to, gotcha, okay. Okay.
You gonna wait on Carissa?
Fine.
Yeah.
Did she just go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Oh, she-
I do too.
Well, a little bit. Oh.
She's in the bathroom.
Okay, I just turned the toilet.
We're getting someplace.
Play by play.
Just so you know, we all know where you're going.
I know.
The second fast thing in the world is, right? I can't even finish it.
No.
Well, I went to flush the toilet and somebody was right before me, and so.
All right. We have a motion to approve the proposed agenda. Daniel was one, Brian was two.
Curtis,
Roll call, please. Yes.
Jennifer,
Yes.
Deb,
Yes.
Kara,
Yes.
Carissa.
Yeah. We're on camera, aren't we?
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
Great.
Do I have a motion to approve the personnel report as presented?
No.
Okay, first Jennifer, second Carissa.
Curtis,
Yes.
Daniel,
Yes.
Deb,
No,
Yes.
you have to abstain.
Oh, I do. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I
You
missed
don't
that.
have to.
Well, it's
But
Yeah.
it's highly
I
recommended.
missed that. That's my fault. I abstained. Sorry.
Deb,
Yes.
Brian,
yes.
Kara.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to discussion of the feasibility study and timeline.
Facility projects discussion.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Anything there?
It's retrograde. That's what it is.
Dude, I tell you.
Yeah,
No. Or just keep both of those on there.
okay,
Anyone else's?
okay. Obviously, facility projects discussion. If we have any, if we don't have any, then we're gonna move on to,
I don't have anything new.
okay. All right, we're gonna move on to the feasibility study and timeline.
So, I'd like to get some things moving on this feasibility study, but I'm trying to find the right way to do it. And, you know, dealing with Porta and Deb's point is what are involved with this feasibility study is tied to the sports co-op, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so we know by what Porta published, some of their maybe scare tactics, what have you, on outcomes of their
Possible cuts.
that are coming.
If their referendum doesn't pass.
Right. So what I want to do is have a discussion about the feasibility study. Is there other areas, other opportunities, things that we as a district need to consider, knowing that that could be a potential outcome? Right. I don't want to wait until it happens and then let's thing.
To have a plan in the back.
But I want to have a plan in place. Worst case scenario, it doesn't go through. They got to cut a bunch of stuff. They're left with two or three sports. Now we've got parents that are upset because they don't have anywhere to go for sports. We don't have a plan in place because we don't have anywhere to go. So we'd like to have a discussion about ideas of different avenues, different districts. I mean, options, right? The reality is, right? Same conference will allow us to go into planes for anything other than.
They won't allow us, according to the conference, they will not approve 2 schools unless it's a numbers issue for both schools.
Mhm.
So there's certain things where, for example, they might approve if Plains has low football numbers, they might allow our few kids to play football.
Right.
But if it's not a numbers issue for both schools, their stance is not approving.
Mm-hmm. And so, the reality is what does Plains have in low numbers? We've got what, maybe
Football and soccer was the 2?
Softball.
Softball, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
So it doesn't necessarily.
but I'm saying that's not just Plains, that's any school in their conferences.
Right. So what do we do? What are some options? The only option we've got is to go west.
Virginia, Triopia this is the first year of their 2-year co-op. If it actually happens, our only option is to beg to get into a co-op, a different co-op for the sports that they cut, if they cut.
And that's if the conference doesn't allow it. Right.
And then the schools have to allow it, then the conference has to allow it, then IHSA has to approve it.
Yep.
We would still be bound to be with Porta for any sports they don't cut, because we have 3 years left on the co-op agreement. The only way out of the co-op agreement is if we consolidate or deactivate, or they consolidate or deactivate.
Correct.
So your argument would be is if the conference would allow us to pivot, if that isn't available to us to the north.
Right. I think that's a conversation. I don't know if we should try to have that in a hypothetical situation.
Ask the conference.
Right. Given that Porta has published their intentions. Right? Had it not been published.
And we can also
it's on the
discuss with, going west to the
WIBC.
Right, WIBC. So
I don't know what action has to be taken or if any can be, but I think it's something we need to get in front of.
I think you just direct me what you want me to do. It's not really board action.
Okay. I would like for you to reach out.
It wouldn't be board action until we're approving a co-op or approving and a feasibility study. That's not going to get done in time for an emergency plan for this.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Right. So I think I would like to ask you to look into the conference, the IHSA, tell them situations, tell them what we're thinking. I don't want to speak for everybody here, but start that process. Are they going to be considerate of our circumstances if that should transpire?
Well, I'm waiting to have a conversation with Virginia super president to just spitball some stuff as well. And Porta, yes. Yeah.
Combined or?
No, separate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Whether it be over phone or in person.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I
understand your concern.
Yeah.
Yep.
try to get ahead of.
Well, and if something is going, I mean, regardless, something has to happen in 4 years. I mean, and everything takes time, even if what we decide to do is a consolidation, that just adds more time because you have to have your committees attend and yeah, you know, I agree, we don't want to wait too long to
But as
figure
far
out
as
what
the
we're.
feasibility, ISB has not released funds yet.
No.
I don't know if they will. I mean, I feel like they'd have to change their timeline because
We're halfway through the fiscal year.
yeah, it's due by the 31st of May, and you know, do a feasibility in like 1 month.
Right.
So I don't know if they'll get released this year. If we wanted to do a feasibility study, I know that right now, you know, Porto's not interested. They're focused on their referendum.
Mm-hmm.
That vote will be in March.
So like 4 more months.
I'm really not interested in feasibility study. I agree with Daniel, we need to look at other options. That's different from a feasibility study though.
And I do know, like, the discussion that came out of Virginia's meeting was their board is interested and would like to do a feasibility study.
With just us?
I don't know that they specified it.
I don't think they specified.
Wasn't there.
So
I mean, there's just to get the more data. Sure.
I don't think it's a bad idea. I mean, it's expense. It can cost some money, but you get a third party's opinion of where you're at, right? I mean, and so how does a feasibility study work? So in my mind, it's like you take school A, evaluate school A, take school B, evaluate school B, and then compare, would it be a good fit? They're not studied together, are they?
Financially.
Well, I mean,
Depends on the type.
yeah.
Do you do a feasibility study if you're not doing it with another district? I mean,
It's not really called a feasibility study. It would just be a study of basically your finances and your academics. And so could you do something like that? Absolutely.
Feel like a self-scorecard.
Right.
My only concern with trying to do anything with Virginia is their junior high has 65 kids.
right, they're not.
And we have 90, so we're bigger than they are. So like we may say we did, hypothetically speaking, get into a relationship with them. What's that gonna look like for teams, like in a couple of years? You know what I mean? And then maybe in 5 years down the road, are we even gonna have enough kids out of both districts to still field teams? Are we gonna be back to like kind of a square one kind of a thing?
I think that's about. Well,
Right.
I mean, I think could be a situation.
Anywhere really, but I just feel like it's going a little quicker over there. At 65 kids.
They have
I think their elementary is growing though.
boys basketball.
I've heard that with their high schools really small. I'm not 100% on the numbers, but
6 girls, 8th grade basketball players. I see them on the wall. I was impressed with that's one we have.
Are the girls though, are any of them from Triopia?
Those were just the Virginia
No, they're just Virginia
students on the wall.
Oh, yes, I sold banners.
Yes, 6
Mhm.
boys, 6 cheerleaders, 5 girls.
Well,
It's quite a bit.
I'll reach
Really?
out to
Mhm.
2 subjects in the next week or two.
Yeah.
Probably one before the holiday and one after, just to space it out from myself. But I'll see if I can get some
And I
good
mean, if
discussion
there's anything
going.
I can help
Nonetheless,
with,
okay.
let me know. I mean, I don't want to step on your toes with anybody, but if there's anything I can do to help, I'd be happy to make phone calls or whatever.
Okay.
I just do myself think there's a risk to this. People have to plan, you know what I mean? And student athletes have to plan, and if things aren't looking too promising, I think it can be a fairly big deterrent.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, stay tuned. All right, moving on to the HVAC project. Yeah,
That's a real problem.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't expecting that much.
right.
Absolutely.
And I mean, if we're looking at solar too, you add those two figures together, according to our working cash, we don't have enough money.
Well, what happened to the bonds that we had? That was the 2 point whatever that the old board took out.
2.6, it's in there.
It's in, that's with, so we have the 2.6 with, in our working cash with the 2.6 or no? Like we
That
just
bond
have,
is,
That's all that's in working cash.
okay,
We don't use or spend working cash.
okay, okay.
So that's the problem.
So what's the plan with CD 4, 5, and 6 that mature in next month?
Three of them are out of the ed fund, if you look at that page.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
And,
I didn't see that part.
Yeah, around 7.
The one in March, and that's included in that. So if you look at the treasurer's report, where it'll say investments, that's that CD.
The working cash and
And so that'll go up,
Sure.
that goes
Okay.
up a little bit every month just from interest.
mhm. That's around 720.
So,
Yeah.
so right here, whatever that says, like you see 760, that is the CD that matures in March. That number goes up a little bit each month because of the interest. Those two numbers together equal that 2.639.
So, okay. Obviously, we add those two numbers together, and they're going to deplete our working cash by around $300,000.
Mhm.
Just ballpark figures. Okay, to be able to do those two, we would have to finance some of that money.
Some of it.
And with that said, I know nobody ever thinks about wanting to finance anything, but the money you will get back from
The solar.
the solar, we could pay that back within
Like,
6, 7 months.
Yeah.
So we pay some interest, but
Well,
if we have to,
it's gonna be a little more than that because of the way that comes in.
right? But
Well, no, you could be right depending on how
I
the
think
notes are signed and
In about a year, we
The majority
I'm sorry.
comes back in
500.
27.
so. I guess I'm kind of losing my train of thought, but
Talk about interest and finance.
yeah. So interest, but if we rebid it, the HVAC and turn it into a 2-project thing,
Costs money.
we're gonna spend a lot extra. I mean, it was
Yeah.
30, it was 5,000 just to do the bidding for the HVAC. Or
I was
53.
gonna say, I was thinking that was 50.
So if we split this off, then we're gonna push ourselves down the line. Potential of goods going up.
Yeah.
And it won't happen for another.
All I'm saying is we could finance the $300,000 to $400,000, pay it, and then when the incentives come back in from the solar, we could pay that finance down or the loan down.
How does the finance work with, as far as the tax dollars and the public dollars?
We just would talk to the local lender.
Right, I mean,
We
it's
take out a normal. It'd be
just like any
basically
other
a mortgage.
business loan, right?
When would we have to pay for the HVAC? Like if they're gonna have it completed in August,
So-
like, is it by like a certain amount? You know what I mean?
So
that way
that's
we
the thing. Yeah.
Is it half down, half at completion, or what is there?
I would assume
Because that could buy us
Yeah.
essentially time, is what I'm trying to say. That way we're saving money on interest. Like get that loan like at the very last minute that we could, so that
For
way we're
sure.
not paying more money in interest on it.
For sure.
So any other thoughts on that
Yeah,
proposal?
how much are you wanting to borrow? Because you're not going to, or I'm assuming, you're not gonna want to do just the difference and have a zero working cash.
That's what I was
You're gonna
wondering too.
Yeah, because what happens if
I was.
the ad shop ceiling would collapse?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a valid concern, but at that point, could you not then request additional financing for just? I mean, I'm not saying take that account to zero,
Mm-hmm.
right? But could you not, in a circumstance like that, request another?
Okay,
No.
you look at, sure, you could, but I'm looking at the fact that we've got a maintenance grant for $50,000. We have to match that.
Mm-hmm.
That money has to come from someplace.
Mhm.
I
We
put
know
that
that, I
capital projects.
You're gonna take it out of capital? Okay. I mean, those are my concerns.
They're
Well,
valid
what do we
concerns.
want to finance however much we're going to be getting back within the year and
Which
All
was
the
700
700
something, wasn't it?
something.
70,000.
Yeah. I would say no more than 770, whatever it is. I
I
think
don't
it's
think we need to
776.
do that.
No, I'm just saying if
Yeah.
we
Well, I'm
wanted a
sorry.
cushion, I wouldn't
Correct.
do any
That's
more than what
I'm
we did.
incorrect. That was the Illinois Shines money. The
Yeah,
federal
you're not
tax
gonna get
incentive
that.
is 330,000.
Okay, so I
The
would
Shines
say
come
no.
back as four
Yeah.
quarterly.
Oh,
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Over a period of time.
Over the course of it.
Yes.
So yeah,
Sorry.
federal investment tax is around 304,198. Ameren Smart inverter 130.
And that is gonna
Those are-
be an
those are quick.
instantaneous one too, right?
Quick return.
Okay.
quick.
So you got about like 400-ish.
430, 434.
Within, how long do they think?
It's usually 6 to 8 months from completion.
So we completed December, we're talking August.
So if we
Well,
didn't
the
even-
federal doesn't come back till 27.
Right, but that's installments.
No,
no.
Shine.
That's
Okay.
shine.
That one doesn't come back because it's the next tax year.
Okay.
Yes.
So like that smaller one would be quicker,
The Ameren one, yeah.
but the Ameren one wouldn't be
But
until.
we could funnel that back into work cash, pay down, our note, and then we could also use the idea of the lower
Dollar
What we're
saved.
savings on the energy and put that back into work cash.
How does that work? Where does the dollars come for utilities out of what account would that? Like, what would you write?
O&M,
O&M.
operations, maintenance.
So then the O&M, could you structure it that way? I mean, within the funds as far as paying
If we were
paying
saving
the note
10,000 for
out
the
of
electric
O&M
every
for the
month.
savings.
You can flow that back into.
There's only certain funds you can move back and forth without it being a big deal.
Is O&M and working cash one of those?
Working cash is, yes?
You
I don't
wouldn't
remember.
pay a bond you would pay a bond out of bond interest.
Well, I mean, as far as the note you take to complete the solar.
And it would be in bond and interest,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
And that's where we pay a bond payment out
Yeah, that's what
and
you,
the interest. But because it's not really
bond per se,
Bond.
it's a loan.
I mean, I can look into that part.
I think it's worth looking into. I mean, it's
So
extra stuff, but
on the solar, the Ameren you would get back right away, that's 130,000.
6 months, 6 to 8 months, yes.
Okay, but the federal, you're probably not gonna get back until,
27.
Tax year
It's the
and
next
that's
tax year.
300,000. That makes a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
If it was the other way around.
But I mean, it would be within a year.
Right.
Well, and like Carissa said, I think it was Carissa, we're not paying all of it right now. So we don't have to take a loan out until it's time to make our,
yeah, because like if HVAC is done in August and that's when they need the completion by, even if it was 30 days, then you have like September. So then if we're getting paid in 27, let's say it's March, I don't know, 27 is when we get paid, and you only have September through March
Be
to
whenever
pay
we
on
get
a
our
bond
tax
or in fee or what interest, whatever it is.
I mean, could you not go to the bank and just do operating note, essentially?
I think it'd be a mortgage.
Oh, mortgage.
Yeah, I've talked to Zach a couple times about it.
And I mean, it's an asset you can borrow against for sure.
Yeah.
So when does this have to be paid?
We don't know.
That's kind of a
Right, that's what
key
we're
component.
discussing, yeah.
Well, and the
for the
solar,
HVAC or solar.
well, the
unit.
solar project, he told
Well, I
us
mean, it
how
will
that
have to be
would
paid by
good.
August, in full by August.
Right.
I know, but before that point.
Does he have any?
Yes. I mean, I think it's important to know, do we have to do 50% to start and the rest when it's done? Or do they expect more than that, way ahead of time?
Yeah,
And
what's the payment?
they-
Wasn't Prairie State when we
I
did this
need to
up
know
here,
the-
like they just sent a statement every so often that was paid?
Like
I
monthly
feel like-
kernels.
Progressive
I don't remember.
invoicing.
Don't remember.
I don't
I
remember.
don't remember.
I feel like that's.
I think Tom's at the essence on the solar side. I know we're talking about a couple things out of order here, but I think as far as the two are
Kind
combined,
of tied together.
Yeah, they tie it together when you're talking money.
right?
Mhm.
But solar has to be, like, we
We need to do that.
have to
like,
decide
yeah.
that before
Yes,
the end
this
of
has
the
to be
year.
decided
I mean,
today.
and HVAC really too. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, HVAC, they're
to be
HVAC has to
supported.
be done, right? I mean, there's no other option.
Well, it is. I mean, I was happy that for one, I wasn't happy that it was more than we anticipated, but at least the bids were super tight together.
Yeah, they
True.
So I mean, it tells you that you got a really good true bid out of the 3.
Mhm.
It's
Well, when we originally looked at our 3 options, I think we were looking at the $1 million option, and that was just for basically equipment. That wasn't for as much as install or putting things back together, like ceilings,
And
lights,
lights. And
things like that. So, I don't know. I just texted Kevin to see if he could fill me
I mean,
in on
Kevin
what
was
the payment
thought-
structure is on the
He still
HVAC.
thought it was gonna be right around the, I mean, he was surprised.
Yeah,
But
that's
it came in that
a,
high.
that's a huge surprise, $500,000 is a huge
Yeah.
surprise.
Huge.
Yeah, I was expecting
Yeah,
more like
1.1,
1.2.
yeah.
He did text me back that 5-year warranty on the outside unit and 1 year on the craftsmanship.
And labor.
Yes,
Payment schedule.
that's
Yeah.
what I'm working on.
So we would be, if with the HVAC and the solar together, it's $2,756,000. And our working cash, we have this number, right? 263944059.
We're talking 117 different.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, and then if
And
you
you have
don't
this
want
much in,
IMRF.
No.
Oh, capital projects. Sorry.
Projects, which the working cash has to flow into capital projects to be able to utilize it for.
and you can
so, I mean,
use,
those
and you
numbers,
can use that money too.
you got the funds to do it. You don't have to borrow any money. You deplete it substantially.
Yeah,
Yeah, you deplete it
Right.
substantially.
yeah, in case of an emergency. I
Yeah,
need
that's-
to have it. Yeah.
That's,
A couple,
Yeah.
maybe a couple $100,000 in there.
100,000 which nothing.
I'm just, I mean,
you spend 100,000 without blinking twice.
There you go.
Well, it is, true.
No, I'm right with you.
Mhm.
I hear you.
No,
But
I mean,
Curtis, I do like where you're thinking about reinvesting that essentially that solar money.
like if this monthly bill was 10,000 or something, and we're
it's
saving
just
that,
if we
we
can
put
put it
that
in the
back
right
into
accounts
our
or
Yeah,
accessible.
I don't know if that's,
Or just use it to just pay it.
yeah, I'm not so sure
Something,
about that.
yeah.
So the bills will come in part of delivery of the materials,
Okay.
and then he said work in place. So that
progressive
was
invoicing.
Progressive.
Progressive invoicing.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's talking about.
So probably heftiest bills in
When they
May,
order,
June,
when they
When
order
they-
the
July,
material,
August,
order the
materials.
Right, they're gonna be ordering materials right
Now.
away.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's gonna be now.
I would prefer to be now, that way it doesn't go up. But
Well,
we've got
Well, I think you got it locked in, right?
Well, right.
Yeah.
with
Provided
50,000
we-
play for
yeah.
unexpecteds.
so that's my idea.
I think it's a good idea.
And as long as it can flow the right way. I mean, as long as we can take one account and make sure that it funds the other account, and legally can do that. Because I'm still trying to learn what can do what and what cannot do what.
Yeah.
To where if the energy savings are coming back into
Mhm.
operations and maintenance,
Yep.
can you flow that into work cash to
Yes.
be able to?
Right, but I think that can be
True.
all ironed out,
True.
right? You can make the decision to do the things and vote on the things, and then work the details out as we go, right? Understanding
I
that.
mean, I don't know what can be done. I mean, when Angie did their presentation, that's what they were saying. This is exactly what they were suggesting the money we get back on solar pays off
Yes.
base bonds.
Once they start work,
You just
usually
gotta do it.
invoice monthly for work completed. So once they start work, then their main work is going to start in
So we won't
May
have a
to
large
June.
chunk at the end, we'll have just a little bit, because it will be a little bit at a time.
So it'll be a big chunk when they order, and then probably not much, and then make bigger in
May.
May, June, July.
And so then on the solar side of things, similar scenario,
Mhm. Completion will be done by the end of March.
but right.
I'm gonna guess.
And that was a half and half.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess it'll be
That
50
one was a
down.
50,
Mhm.
the 50.
It is a half and half.
That's what he said, that one was a
Exactly.
50.
Mhm.
That's fair.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like we'd have to do the HVAC, and I feel like with all of the funds that we get with solar, it would be dumb for us not to do it. I know it's a lot of money to do that, but I feel like we don't have an option to not do it.
I think it's
Well, with the electric costs going up, I mean, it's just gonna end up, we're gonna end up saving money in the long run.
Last year we were
but-
paying QZAP bond, that's paid off.
so
Okay.
the motions.
Any further discussion on the HVAC? With that, do have a motion to approve the bid for the Midwest Construction and Consulting Services for the HVAC project in the amount of $1,612,000.
Can we put in there a rider, in this contract to not exceed, as far as change orders go? What I don't want to have happen, right? They put this 50,000 in there as a buffer. That's a great idea. But then to say, we'll accept it, but limited to a percentage over budget, over the bid.
Well, I understand
They have,
they have to stick to their bid.
they
for
stick
the,
to their bid. If they have that contingency fund, they have to come, any amended has to be approved by you guys. So,
change order.
Change
Okay.
order. So you don't have to spend a dime.
Okay.
but if
No,
it
I'm
comes
just,
in
has to be
less,
yes.
are we gonna know?
no.
I know we're probably gonna be talking about like nickels and we're talking about millions of dollars, but I think we should do the change order on the gas things he was talking about in the wood shop or ag shop or whatever it was, because if we do have solar, if we have the electric now, why wouldn't we keep it electric if we're doing the solar in order to save the money to not spend it on the gas, if that makes sense? And he said that there might be a difference, but there might not be as far as like the cost of the thing.
I think it's a good idea just to find
To
out
see
what
what
that
the
would be.
difference is, I agree.
Even if it's $10,000, I mean, that's still
He said it was
$10,000.
Yeah.
So I feel like we should put that, like approve it with the change order of that.
With the exception of the study of the gas to electric.
Yeah.
In the ag.
Okay, and that'll be done. Okay, after we hear from Kevin on that.
Okay.
All right. Do I need to repeat the motion again?
Oh,
Do I?
I'll do it. Sorry, I'll do it first.
Okay, first by Carissa, second by Daniel. How about I called you Dale? Sorry.
I
called him Dale.
Mercury is in retrograde.
Yes, it is.
Curtis,
Yes.
Jennifer,
No.
Deb,
I can't do it, guys. It's not, I need black and white.
Brian,
Yes.
Kara.
Yes.
Motion passes. All right.
It's okay, bro.
You guys, here, I don't have it in black and white here.
Do we want to discuss the solar bidding further?
We did.
I looked at all the bids too that we
Yeah, I
got.
Between the two bids, you have,
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Two
yeah,
bids,
yeah,
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 yeah.
yep. Sorry,
we
sorry.
got all those new bids, you know.
Okay. Yep.
I think we got
We're going to.
There's only
I'll
two.
say, well, there are so many emails and PDFs this week. I'm like,
I'm
wow.
gonna throw this out there.
Welcome to my life.
okay, throw it out there.
Do I have a motion to approve the bid from Cell Electric for the solar project in the amount of $1,144,000? Jennifer first, Carissa second.
Curtis,
Yes.
Daniel,
Yes.
Deb,
Yes,
Brian,
no, I'm just, because the other bid makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Do you want to retract your bid?
No,
Okay. Yes.
Kara,
Yes.
All right, motion carries.
I still think that's all. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it was a lot of money.
We want black and white.
I
I've talked
was
to
expecting
Well,
like 1.3.
I just don't have
To
to.
a guy.
No, I'm saying
That's gonna have to happen 2
Wow.
years ago. Because 2004.
this whole
Oh,
piece
Levy,
right
that's
here,
fine.
20, yep,
Okay.
2025 tentative levy.
So the first
I
of
get it.
all,
I get it.
how we can spin the merry-go-round.
discussion only, first reading of press policy, I did find a handy dandy little thing that I also sent you guys. That's a summary, and that way if you don't have to read all of this.
Has there always been a
But
summary?
Deb was already going to it. But Deb already read
You
the
had
whole
Cliff
thing.
Notes already.
I never knew where they were at, but I found them.
Just start retracting with it.
Have fun reading. Let me know if you have any questions between now. We'll adopt it next month. So tentative levy. We did not or will not do a hearing. We are right at the 104.99.
We're a dancing, aren't we?
So, as you guys know, we have an excessive amount in IMRF Social Security. Drop those down, maximized the tax rate in all the other funds, ed, O&M, transportation, working cash, everywhere that we could. And then I did tort all the way up until I got the 104.99. Estimated 2025 estimated EAV is $87,384,093, estimated at a 7% increase. Still, tax rate goes down 10 cents.
Tax rate goes down 10 cents.
They'll still blame us though, because it always goes up every year, even though we've been lowering it.
Well, that's
the
assessment.
county. Yeah, that's assessment of the county.
I can't, yeah, we can't do anything about that one. So it goes down 10. Okay.
So, new money, 185,000 approximately.
185,000.
Total. New. If you want to pass that. And we started with 484 in IMRF, 231 in Social Security. Approximately, we spend a year 110 in IMRF, about 50 in Social Security.
10 years in Social Security.
No vote.
Okay.
Tentative.
Anybody have any questions on it?
Next month. Think about it.
Okay.
That's at 6:15, right?
No, we have to do a hearing.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So,
Got that match.
learning,
So can't.
right, since you didn't go above 1.5.
105. Over 105, we have to do a hearing.
105% increase. Gotcha.
If you want to, you can still
You
have
can
one.
still do a hearing.
No.
If you want to be very transparent,
Mhm.
you're that close, you can have one, and it's all good.
No, it was a strict educational question.
I mean, when we have hearings, no one's sitting out there anyway. We meet 15 minutes early
Right.
and just blah, 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 and then that's it.
Unless you're doing drastic increases. Next.
Okay. Moving on to the approval of the $1,000 donation from the Virginia United Methodist Church William T. Godley Trust Fund to purchase a bench in memory of students.
Was that requested or they just
I'm confused.
called and wanted to do it?
We're working with the staff member
Yeah, they're working with the staff on that.
to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it'll be for multiple, like, is it gonna have names and?
It was in our email.
I looked, but I
It's
couldn't
Ethan
understand
Mahoney
it
on
all.
Malaria Bill.
I figured.
Like a
Yeah.
basketball and a.
I didn't
for
know.
them,
Butterfly.
and then a butterfly
That, but
for
I
her.
assumed.
But they're
Yeah.
making them out of reclaimed or recycled bottle caps, from what
Yeah.
I understand.
I think the total was 1,600, wasn't it?
1684.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, my question is, if we do this and we have those on there, heaven forbid that more, but can you add to that bench?
That's what I was wondering.
Probably not.
Because if it's not going to be like a plaque where you can add more plaques, then
We could add a plaque though.
It's
I
just
didn't,
know what
I didn't know what it was going to
question.
look like or how it was going to
yeah,
be.
how
How it's formatted on the bench.
right.
If that's
Right.
plastic. Usually that stuff is like
Stamped in
routed
or
in
whatever.
or
Mhm.
Just kind of asking.
We could probably do an addition to like a,
Yeah, no.
yeah.
Mhm.
All right, do I have a motion to approve the $1,000 donation? First by Carissa, second by Kara. Roll call, please.
Curtis,
Yes.
Jennifer,
Yes.
Daniel,
yes.
Deb,
Yes.
Brian?
Do I have a motion to approve the district's FY25 audit? Daniel first, second Carissa.
Curtis?
Yes.
Jennifer?
Yes.
Deb?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Brian?
Yeah.
Kara?
Yes.
I'm looking.
Do I have any requests for future business items?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
I want to discuss this
Right.
letter.
Yeah.
Next month is fine,
Okay,
but I want it discussed.
I agree.
Yeah.
100%. Okay, you got that? Okay. With that said, do I have a motion? Deb first, second Chris. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.